Hello sailors. Right, in this video what I'm going to be looking at is a little bit on how to set the kicker in a laser or an ILCA in light winds. This also applies to toppers, probably any other sort of single-handed dinghy without a stayed mast, and this one is specially for Niall from Paper Court Sailing Club, who asked me, do you need any kicker in light winds? The answer is yes, quite a lot. So let's have a look. So first of all, the laser mast is straight, and the luff of the sail, the mast sleeve, is cut with quite a bit of a curve, and the design of the sail is it's designed to work over quite a wide wind range. Say that 3 times fast. And its optimum is going to be around about the force sort of 3 to 4. So in light winds we need to adapt it to try to get it to work as effectively as possible. Right, so let me have a quick look up. So we've put a straight mast in a bent sail. Let's see what that looks like. So if we look straight up there, you can see there's quite a bit of material just behind the mast, so we've got quite a ridge. What we're trying to do with a laser sail is get a really nice sort of aerofoil shape. So we want fairly smooth curve at the front, coming back to sort of maximum depth somewhere around about here, and then tapering off towards the back of the sail. If you think of a sail in your sort of optimum force 3 kind of conditions, that's pretty much what you're getting. We're trying to get somewhere close to that in light winds. So to do that, we need to bend the mast. 2 ways we can do that. We can use the kicker, bang, or we could use the main sheet. If you use the main sheet, pull that on. We're getting now a little bit of bend in the mast, and that the depth is moving back a little bit. Doesn't look great here because we haven't got any wind on it. I'll tip it on its side. You can have a look what that looks like in a little bit. So we're bending the mast by pulling down on the back of the boom. What that will do is it causes the leech of the sail to be very tight, and in light winds you actually get something called a hooked leech. Oh, and I think we can just about see that. Don't know if you can see towards the top of the buttons there. They're really sort of hooking around to just there. They're going sort of that way, quite a way, sort of in front of the mast, and that's really quite slow. Even with the kicker, you're going to get a little bit of a hooked leech. It's unavoidable, but we're working on compromises here. We can't get it perfect. That's going to happen in your force 3. Right, but what the kicker does is it's pulling the boom down, as you can see at the back. Boom comes down, but what it's also doing, if we have a look at the angle there, it's also going to be pushing the boom into the mast and bending the mast here. So if we look up, oh, look at that. We've bent the mast quite a lot, and we've removed that knuckle at the front. So now when the wind's in the sail, you'll get a lot better sort of aerofoil shape. So that is one of the big reasons that you will need some kicker in light winds. The other reason, let me come to the back. In light winds, well, in any wind, in your single-handed boat, oh, hello boom, sailing upwind, you will want the boom, have a look where that is. You want it over the corner of the boat. Really important. If it's not there, the drive in the sail, if the boom sneaks in like that, the drive in the sail will be pushing you sideways, but not forwards very much. You'll point very high, but your boat will stall and go very slowly. Okay, so it's important to keep it into the middle. Right, if I let the kicker off, oh, you might see here as I pull the main sheet in, the main is also pulling the boom into the middle. so it's pulling the boom away from that corner. So not good in light winds. So too bad against the main sheet. We're hooking the leech of the sail more than the kicker, and also we're pulling the boom into the middle. Right, let me pull on the kicker again. So the kicker's now pulled the boom down. We can then use the main sheet to pull it in. Bing! Oh. And never mind, there we go. So there, the main sheet can pull the boom in without pulling it down. Right, now how much kicker do you need to pull on? It varies. Depends a bit on the radial, the standard. The radial is designed to perform better in slightly stronger winds, so it's actually cut with a bit more curve in the mast than the standard rig and the laser. Laser 4.7 is actually very straight, so you need less kicker. Topper is more towards the radial, so it does vary a little bit. Good guide, just have a look at the front. What we're trying to do is get that good aerofoil shape, and at the back, I think somewhere, if you're pulling the kicker on, and we're just using the main sheet, so pull the boom in but not down. We've got what, about sort of 6-8 inches there in a radial, maybe a little bit more on the standard, but it's actually a little bit down to personal preference. So you might find you prefer sailing with a little bit less kicker, just to get a bit more feel in the sail. Just see what you think. It also does depend a little bit on the mast rake on the laser, and they're all slightly different. So those are the two things to look at. Front of your sail, try to get a nice shape in it, and the back, make sure that you're not pulling the boom away from that corner. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.